Greetings. Janik, your host. I will be here for the next few minutes, maybe next hour. We will see how it goes. So, beautiful day today. It's cloudy today. I think we're going to get some snow. That's what I saw before. I think we're going to get something like 7 to 12 centimeter. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow. Yeah, it's going to start developing very soon. 6 hour snow outlook. Yeah. But the good news is that spring is here very soon. In a few days, it will be spring. And yeah, so happy that I don't dislike winter. Like, I don't hate winter. I don't hate anything. I don't have hate in my heart, but winter is not my favorite, maybe. I prefer summer. So, that being said, let's take out the banner. We're going to start setting the record straight. Here, this one. So we're gonna keep on going with the book review, and that's it. I'm gonna share my screen. Just make sure it's up. And I added something today about the number 33. Maybe we're gonna read it together. Hold on, let me share this. Yeah. Share screen. So it is this one. Yeah. Okay, so you should be able to see it. So I added this. Here's what they say on numerology.com about the number 33. Master number 33 meaning. Learn the numerology meaning of number 33. This I can take this off. So the master numbers are three very important numerology numbers whose energy impact us in profound and spiritual ways. Most double digit numbers don't hold a lot of weight in numerology, but the numbers 11, 22, and 33 are absolutely an exception. These three numbers are connection to the divine, and their enlightenment influence is meant to guide and support humanity. The master number 33 is the most advanced on this spiritual path, earning it the grand title of Master Teacher. What does 33 mean in numerology? Let me put on the chat. Greetings, Leslie. Greetings, Leslie. So am I plugged in? Oh, I think I'm on the. Let me plug in the cable. It should be a better connection after. Okay. The cable is in. Okay. I think I'm back. It was because of the cable connection. Yeah. So let me go back to this. So the master number 33 represents pure love. Its art is made of nothing but bright, warm light, and the universe has trusted it to shine this light on humanity. The master numbers each have a responsibility of the greater good, and it's the 33's responsibility to support and uplift mankind, humankind, and bring compassion to the world. It's easy to understand the meaning of the number 33 if we look at the energy of the numbers it's made of. Its single digit vibration is the number 6. So the 33 will have some similar traits as the 6, like being nurturing, protective, and family oriented. But it's clear the number 3 is also part of 33, which means being creative and communicative come naturally to this master number as well. Lastly, 33 is directly related to the two master numbers that comes before it, 11 and 22. The 33 embodies both the intuitive, visionary qualities of the 11 and the 22's ability to manifest these visions in the material world. This blend of a soft art, inspiring outlook, and the ability to understand and communicate concepts of growth and healing are exactly what makes the number 33 the master teacher. The number 33 is wise beyond its years. It is optimistic and selfless, seeking to inspire others and lift them up to a higher plane of existence. It is a healing presence and a source of hope for those in need. It is a very powerful energy, though, and should not be taken lightly. Simply seeing the number 33 often does not mean a person is heavily influenced by its meaning. When the master number 33 is one of the core numbers in the numerology chart, though, especially the rare 33 life path number, then its spiritual powers are in full effect. Uh, this we can take it off. Life path 33 meaning in numerology. The 33 life path is quite rare. It takes a specific and uncommon combination of numbers in a person's birth date to add up to 33. People born under this life path number have been chosen to receive a level of love, compassion, and spiritual understanding that others cannot fathom. But this blessing does not come easily. In order to realize the true magnitude of their potential, people with master number life path will experience difficult trials throughout life. The universe puts these people in these situations so they may own their unique skills and learn the lessons needed to reach their potential. Yeah. For those with the 33 life path number, they must first heal and nurture their own souls before they can be a source of healing for others. Therefore, they will be put in situations that require them to accept responsibility for their actions and reactions, practice forgiveness, and put their interest aside for the sake of others. It can take the better part of a life before a person fully masters the 33 life path. But when they do, their level of enlightenment is magnificent. Above all, people with a life path 33 are selfless. They are altruistic at heart and find the greatest purpose in things that bring the greatest good. 33 people are attentive listeners and skilled communicators, and others will often come to them for emotional support. But the best way a person with this life path can show others a higher way of living is to lead by example. It's one thing to support and guide a person through hardship, but it's another thing entirely to walk with grace through times of struggle oneself. The ability to directly show others what is possible if they approach hardship with wisdom and understanding is what makes these people true master teachers. In this effort to guide others, though, It's important that people with a 33 life path allow everyone to find their own way. 33 people are so advanced and experienced that it's very difficult for them to sit back and watch people make mistakes. However, by stepping in and forcing others to process things a certain way, they are actually hindering growth instead of helping it. Relaxing their methods occasionally may also be a healthy personal choice for people with a life path 33. Because they are so receptive to the world's problem and other people concerns, they may often feel overwhelmed by emotional burden. They are an outlet for others' feelings, but they will need to have an outlet themselves because they are ingenious and artistic. 33 people would be wise to channel their feelings into creative expression to bring their energies back into balance. People with a life path number 33 feel their duty is to others, and they will feel most fulfilled in life when they are giving. They have gone through so much to reach this place of understanding about life and why things happen the way they do. And they know that all that work is useless if they keep it to themselves. It is now their life's purpose to usher us all towards a higher level of consciousness. Personality traits for number 33: nurturing, devoted, spiritual, healing, inspiring, altruistic, creative, compassionate, and wise. So, for the Master 33 to appear in your personal numerology, it must be related to one of your core numbers. This means you may have a 33 as your life path, which is very rare, or your expression number, personality number, soul urge number, or maturity number. The more masters numbers you have in your numerology, the more you'll feel their tremendous power and potential. Interesting. Interesting. So now we're gonna go to. So I just put that as a information on what they say online about numerology and number 33. Yeah. So let's get let's keep going with that book. Where is it now? Here. Okay, let me just get to where we were. I think it's key 11. Okay, key number 11: embracing new values and higher standards. Embracing change may be uncomfortable. Many being here do not stretch beyond that so called comfort zone. After all, they call it a comfort zone for a reason. The term itself stirs up deep feelings of calm, relaxation, and security. Change happens to us all. It's simply a part of life. While some change is undeniably good, we're often faced with disruptions that certainly do not feel welcome, specifically when we come to face the fact that our so called comfort zone is actually a very uncomfortable place to operate. The good news is that embracing change is not difficult to learn. Once you start looking at change as a good thing, you'll be impressed at some of the benefits that can follow. Here are 7 reasons why embracing change can be a very good attitude to adapt. First, change helps you grow. Changes often force us to adapt in ways we've never done before. That can be a major driver of personal and even professional growth and prosperity. Change teaches you to be flexible. Try to think of change as something that gets you out of your rut. By embracing change and facing it head on with vitality, you can learn not to be so set in your ways. This can help you maintain a more positive attitude. Three, change can challenge your values and beliefs. Reacting to change often involves reevaluating your belief system. That's not a bad thing. If you're devotedly religious, for example, you don't need to turn your faith on its head. But if you're open to learning new ways of approaching obstacles, you may find you learn something. Alternately, change may simply reinforce your trust in the belief system you already have. Either way, you become stronger. Change reveals your strengths. Without being forced to accept changes, you might never learn the true measures of your own strength, including your ability to adapt in new and often interesting ways. 5. Change makes you more humane and kind. When you become too comfortable in your own situation, it can be much difficult to understand what others might be going through. Change reminds you to be kind when you're evaluating the choices other people may make. Change breaks up routine. Some routine, like brushing and flossing your teeth, are good to maintain, but others' routine can leave you in a rut and possibly even contribute to depression and stress. By breaking up your routine, change keeps your mind active, refocusing your thoughts so your mind stays active and doesn't become fixated on negative thought patterns. 7. Change offer opportunities. By altering the way you live your life, even in small ways, you can change present opportunities that can have a domino effect, providing you with more choices than you ever dreamed possible, creating a more fulfilling and vibrant life. Embracing change takes some practice. Keep this handy, though. The next time you're presented with a change that seems a little intimidating, you can refer to it. Use it to remind yourself of all the positive impact that change could not only on your own life, but that change could not only have on your own life, but on the life of those around you also. While we have a willingness to change, it is not as if we all cheerfully head into it, joyfully joyfully whistling like the seven dwarf on your way to work. We each, in our own way, will grumble and resist the difficulty of change. The resistance provoke moments of awkwardness. It is these moments that provide some of our greatest opportunities. Life is a culmination of the decision you make. Each round of the glorious sun, you are given opportunity to make choices for yourself. At the most basic level, the outcomes of your decision will either be productive or a complete waste of time. One way to ensure you are making the most progress possible on your journey to achievement is by holding yourself to higher standards. Our generation lives by the words young, wild, and free. While there is a time and place for impulsive decisions, you should ask yourself, do I want to make something happen today or do I want to slack off? Despite the fact that slacking off is the easy way out, your life will have much more value and substance if you choose to make something happen. If you truly think that you are different than others, you need to prove it, mostly to yourself. The beings who are operating on a different frequency have a much different mindset. They have stayed motivated and put in the hard work necessary to make something happen. Yeah, man. They never took the easy way out or probably didn't cut corners when they had the chance. They understand that they are different than the majority and therefore have standards for their life that are completely in contrast to the masses. Opportunities and prospects to make headway towards the life you desire don't come out of a box of Cracker Jack. Opportunities come to those who take action and set themselves up in a position to accomplish their goals. Everyone has their own definition, but one thing everyone can agree on is that action is the key to advancement. You can't succumb to the low vibration of the masses. These are bad influences that will throw you, of course, on your journey. Each day, you should be trying to write a story. Look at each day as a new page of the book that is your life and ask yourself, do I want this page to say I did nothing today? Or do I want it to be a detailed timeline of all the productive and interesting things I did today? It's all right to take a break every once in a while. Though, if you truly desire to attain a certain level of accomplishment, you should be willing to sacrifice some sleep for it. Hold yourself to higher standard and make productivity a habit. The beings you surround yourself with have a huge impact on your life. Having motivated people around will influence you to be productive and take action. Everyone knows someone or more than one involved in distraction at times and are good to have around when things become too stressful. However, it is important to view yourself on a different level when the moment or project requires your attention. Recognize low vibration of others and yourself. If you are the cause of low vibration, adjust your key accordingly. If others are the cause, retain your vibes with instantaneous forgiveness of the low vibes of others. Most of the time, others are resonating low vibration, either because they are unaware that their vibes are low, or they may not have acquired abilities to vibe with or in higher frequencies. Resonating happens when one is being bombarded with a notable frequency or frequencies, effectively causing one to react in a tone that either is the same vibration or one of a harmonic vibration, thus striking a chord. Practice to attain high vibrations, then practice sustaining high vibrations. Practice noticing instantaneously when vibes start descending. Strive to vibe in high frequencies. Utilize any and everything you can for inspiration to ascend to higher, colorful vibes of brightness. When you are an archetype of positivity, you will amplify a new standard for the beings you encounter and hopefully motivate them to make the necessary changes in their lives. If they choose not to make the changes, it will be beneficial to spend less time with them. Achieving a new mindset that is driven towards positive action is not going to be something for everyone. By articulating a new set of standards and principles for yourself, you'll be able to weed out the real from the fake and the givers from the users. There will be there will also be beings you come across that makes you angry and upset. Unfortunately, there are more bad people out in the world than I would like to think. When others frustrate you or does something to hurt you, you can act on it if you find it necessary, but do not overreact. Instead, respond, act in professional manner, and remain calm, cool, and collected. A gentle, caring being will resolve the conflict in a calm manner. Sorry. If necessary, just ignore the person and accept the fact that they're low vibration. with nothing better to do than to try and disrupt your life. Low vibrational beings on of the earth and are not worth your time or energy. Remain focused on your life, your goals, and how you plan on accomplishing them. Holding yourself to higher standard signify you are accepting the fact that you cannot be influenced by beings without a drive and desire to reach their full potential for their lives. You need to be more mature and present in the way you act around others, talk to them, and present yourself. Average should not be good enough for you. Prosper with excellence and trust in yourself. You can coach others, lead by energy, and never stop writing the story that is your life. Key number 12. Anybody here? Okay. It says zero viewers here on my StreamYard, but doesn't matter. It's recorded. So, key number 12, energize your being, up your levels of charge. Why do some beings reach higher levels beyond their imagination while others struggle? It sums up to how they manage their psychology, physiology, productivity, and persuasion technique. Think about it. If you can take ownership of your mind, your body, your ability to get these things done, and your ability to grow your circle of influence to help you on your journey, then you're stuck forever in mediocrity. Laser focus on those things, and life changes forever, and high achievement is yours. We desire the grand liberties of choice, time, opportunities, emotional fortitude, social equality, financial prosperity, spiritual bonfire. Boom. Only two enemies stand in our way: an external enemy, defined as the social oppression of who we are by the mediocre masses, and an internal enemy, a sort of self oppression caused by our demons of doubt and fear. I did a good job on this stuff. A habit is a behavior. I'm very impressed about myself. I tend to impress myself often. That's a good thing. A habit is a behavior pattern regularly followed until it has become almost involuntary. Not all habits are bad. However, when they begin to negatively impact our health, it's important to break them and adapt new habits that promote a healthier lifestyle and quality of life. The goal of this challenge is to focus on implementing healthy changes. Here are 8 simple steps you can take to begin the journey toward a healthier, vibrant you. So, first, water. Drink plenty of water promotes healthy digestion, hydrate, hydration, brain function, and metabolism, to name a few. Challenge: focus on drinking what your body is requiring per sun cycle. I don't want to say per day, so I put per sun cycle. Uh, for every great passage of the great glorious sun, but sun cycle is good. Eliminate refined sugars. Consuming too much sugars increase your risk for many long-term health problems, such as weight gain, diabetes, and other chronic disease. Challenge: focus on replacing sugary treats with healthier options such as fruit, raw veggies, nuts, and seeds. Yeah, I always have a bag of almond, dry, not with nothing on it, no salt, nothing, just almonds. And if I have a little craving for something or I just eat almonds and I'm fine after. Almonds will come and do great job in your body. I think that's what they say. Sleep. Anyway, I feel good when I eat them, so must be a sign. Sleep. Our body needs sleep, but it's easy to overlook the importance of being well rested. Sleep promotes heart health and weight loss, may prevent cancer and reduce stress and inflammation. Challenge: focus on getting at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep each sun cycle. I personally go for 7. I aim for 7 hours. Other than I'm up anyway, I get too much things to do that I cannot stay in my bed for too long. It gets on my nerve anyway. I have to get out of the bed at one point. Exercise. In addition to giving attention to nutrition and getting enough rest, exercise is a key component of a healthy lifestyle. Cardiovascular workout and weight training have tremendous long term health benefits. Push yourself to be active. 5. Align with love. We're all guilty of being too hard on ourselves. Practice aligning with love leads to overall positivity. The challenge: look in the mirror each sun cycle and say something positive about what is in the reflection, like rejoice in my smile or I am strong. 6. Focus on natural, healthy food. Commercially processed and prepackaged foods are high in salt, sugar, and fat. Three ingredients that cause a variety of long term health issues and diseases. Challenge: focus on replacing meals with natural foods and limited processing to maximize nutritional value. Look up a few recipes and try preparing meals at home using fresh produce. 7. Discover your serenity. It is important to find an equilibrium between all the areas pulling on you in life, such as your work, home, family, and health. Take the time to understand where your energy is best spent and make sure you aren't spreading yourself too thin. Challenge: write down all the activities you're involved in, work or extracurricular. Choose the top 3 you are most energized by and reflect if you can still be as involved in the rest. 8. Be present. Our origin stems from us human beings, not barbarian demonic creatures. It is important to give time to step away from what you're doing, de-stress, and refocus your energy. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and introspect. Regardless of the chaos life might throw your way, it's important to give time to yourself. Challenge: to be. Here's a few training area that might want to improve to feel more alive that we might want to improve to feel more alive and energetic. Mindset mastery. Training to understand what really drives your behavior, shapes your thoughts, and define your identity and serenity. Create new mental frameworks for advancement, overcome fears and doubt, become more assertive, and spring up with a greater capacity for joy, achievement, resilience, and love. Generating vitality. Training on stunningly effective well being strategies, meditation, exercise routine, nutrition plans, and modern recovery tools. Master the ability to produce energy, fight off fatigue, reduce stress, increase mental stamina, and promote longevity. Learn to stay, learn to stay vital at all times. That will give you the internal power needed for a long, healthy, motivated life or driven life. needed for long, healthy, and driven. No, motivated life. Lifestyle. No life. It's okay. Achievement method building. Training for achieving your goals faster. This is how the world's most productive people manage their time, get more done, organize projects, scan opportunities, share tasks, deal with setbacks, find fulfillment, and stay focused on what matters. These are the secrets you need to get ahead and make a difference. Motivation Academy on fire. Key number 13, activating 10 drives to make you feel more alive and reach your full potential. So 10 essential attainable human drives. If you were to purposefully design your ideal life, what should you give attention to and what levers could you pull to persistently improve your life and sustain high levels of energy, engagement, and enthusiasm? As inspired by Brendan Burchard in his book The Charge, we have 5 baseline drives and 5 forward drives to bring to life to feel more alive. I personally think that sometimes motivation is not enough. We need to be driven in order to get things done. Motivation will get us started, but when you are driven, it's another level of charge. If anyone commit to activating those drives, it will revolutionize your presence here on Earth. This key is one of the most important to try to master. These drives shape everything you think, feel, and do in life. So understanding and managing them is crucial to your of is crucial to your joy and vitality. Strategically activating these drives on a firmament firmament basis, on a firm basis, maybe on a firm basis, is the fastest path to living a fully charged life. Harnessing our human drives is not a joke. This is serious stuff. If it were, we wouldn't see so much relentless restlessness in the world. This portion of the book helps us discover what is called the true activators of human interaction. A series of powerful yet simple action you can take to radically increase your levels of energy, engagement, and fulfillment in all areas of your life. What is uncovered will surprise and challenge you. It turns out that most of the ways we seek to attain our human drives are actually counterproductive. For example, if we attempt to control other people, we will actually decrease our levels of control and serenity. We have a deep desire for change too, but we often fail to make the right kinds of change that would make us feel more alive in and in command of our lives. This will help you overcome these mistakes and clarify the path for strategically and intelligently activating our 10 human drives so that we can have that one thing we could want, more life in our lives. So, 5 baseline drives. The drive for mastery. Sparker number 1, masterminding your outlook and character. It turns out that the grandest needle mover in your depth of mastery over your life is your outlook, the quality of the significance you attach to the events in your life and your future. If this is true, it places you in a crucial role in life to serve as guardian to and manager of your outlook towards yourself, others, and the world. Yeah, and outlook on the world too, on the world. Almost everything we see and read these days is an advertisement in some form of or other for chaos, stress. But here I'm going to put these here. Is an advertisement in some form or other for chaos, stress, conflict, negativity, consumerism, or others people agenda. This leads to the obvious. If you are going to maintain a sane and positive perspective about the world, here too we can use both words. It's important to better guard the information you take in and break down. All that information you are taking in with sentience awareness or not is creating undue stress and unease in your life. One of the most defining choices you can make in your entire life is deciding to manage the quality of being you will be on a regular basis. What will you stand for? What kind of positive values, standards, and principle will you show each appearance of the great, glorious sun? How much honesty, integrity, fairness, and kindness will you insist upon when rejoicing with the world? This is the stuff of character. Sparker number two, mastery of the fresh and new. Control for new signify that we should spend as much time strategically planning the introduction of new vibes and opportunities into our life as we spend planning for what we'll eat, what will work out, and how we'll accomplish our goals. Much of the boredom, depression, misery, and emotional malaise in life can be remedied by this activator, mastery of the fresh and new. Your brain becomes much more alive when something challenging occurs. New things make your mind snap and become sharp. Sparker number three, manage your workflow. As I said, the drive for mastery has a few sparkers. That's it. Manage your workflow. Simply put, your level of engagement and enthusiasm will peak when you choose to be involved only in projects you can be fully invested in and be part of from beginning to end. Managing your workflow should be to master what work you do. Over time, you should be inspired to increase the number or quality of projects that you can truly be involved in the procedure from beginning to end. So it's time to talk about distraction. Distraction as a whole are a huge drain on every aspect of who you are. They take our focus away from what we should be doing, our tasks, goals, and purpose. This is why we have to purge them from our life as much as possible. Personally, I find that if I indulge in a distraction, an hour could go by, and before I know it, I've blown away my entire block of time and that I intended to be used in another, more purposeful way. Generally, this makes me feel drained and disappointed, not just for having made the choice to be distracted with my being, but also the loss of opportunities and productivity I could have spent gaining more momentum, achieving goals, and in life. Whether that be in busyness, busyness, all right, at home, along with relationship, or within the community. Consequently, there is a flip side. When we succumb to distractions, not only we are affected, but if another person is involved, they are affected too. If Facebook takes up all your time, affects everyone around and all the lives that you interact with, Others will also be affected as they may not be using their own time diligently. Essentially, a distraction is attractive because of two reasons. It gives us pleasure, it takes pain away. Ouch, boom, couch. When we indulge in a distraction, we focus our time and energy on something that is inherently more pleasurable than what we are currently doing. Solving that problem is hard, so I'll just surf on Facebook instead, right? Finishing this document is going to take some time, so let me squeeze in 30 minutes on the phone with my acquaintance. Making that call to the customer will be challenging, so let's read something instead. Things are attractive is because they either gives us pleasure or take some pain away. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Netflix, sports, game, kids, job. The list of the things that keep us busy all day could go on and on. If we aren't careful, our lives will be run by these things without us even noticing. If you go to the settings on your phone, you can literally see what percentage of the day you are being distracted. 33% to Facebook, 11% to texting, 8% to phone. If we add a percentage of the day given to what amount of time we spend giving and serving divine, what it would be. Starve your distractions and start feeding your focus. This is inspired by Brendan Burchard, but I added some stuff and I kind of name it different. I think he's naming it another thing, but it's inspired by it, but it's not entirely the same because I wasn't agreeing on everything, and some words had to be changed. So yeah, I love this book. Yeah, no, that's great stuff. It's very it's going to be an empowering tool for many beings if they get to it. The yeah, Pre Pedroji Telly Talai Ford or Red. Yeah, what is that? What is this popping out? Okay, so let's get back to it. Or maybe I'll take a little pause, a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm here. So let's go. No time to waste. So the drive for competence. Sparker number one, determine and guide your desire to learn. We all have that drive for competence fueling us. When we feel competent and able, the world is ready for us. We boldly set out into a different paradigm. We adapt and learn readily. We transcend our fears and face our challenges to have heightened levels of security, achievement, and mastery. The more competence you feel, the more confidence you have to impress trying new things, taking on new and bigger challenges. The more you do that, the more mastery you bring to life. Consequently, the more competent you feel. The desire to learn and master our lives is crucial to our sense of security and full joy along our journey here on Earth. If we approach learning with full joy and enthusiasm, we tend to feel more secured and able in life. The more we learn, the more we strengthen our pathways to positivity. This will in turn lead to our ability to comfortably foresee and perform, to the release of pleasurable hormones in the brain. Sparker number 2, set a real challenge, plan for achievement, and get a coach. A real challenge is one that involves a stretch goal. It might be void of ease, of accomplishment, or to mentally overcome the situation. If you are looking for instant gratification, you might as well stop here and go back to your mundane life. An observable challenge signifies that we can have another person watch our performance throughout the challenge. You also need time bound challenges with starting and destination points. Sparker number 3, make the accomplishment mindset your reality. The sense and security and progress is crucial to feeling competent. The drive for coherence. Sparker number 1, set new standards for yourself. How we perceive ourselves and how we behave in this world is the stuff of coherence, one of the most powerful drive that we have as humans. To live in persistent alignment with whom we know we are, how we prefer others to remember us, and whom we choose to become. Coherence can be positive or negative. It's positive when we have a good sense of worth, high standards, and align with our envisioned higher standards for life. It's negative when we think small of ourselves and our behaviors fall in line with that image. Introspect to perceive more about yourself and request that your actions be coherent with the best of who you are and who you can be. Without having a disciplined intention and standard for how to behave, we are driven by our immediate primitive impulses. When purposefully choosing to align with our divine character, our mastered behavior, we are elevating to our highest potential as present beings. Sparker 2, gear your mood meter. Here's something most beings avoid in their thinking process. Their thinking process. We sense coherence in our lives, nay, in how we behave. Here, I'm going to change this because so here's something most being avoid in their thinking process. Thinking process, I think I wanted to say there. We sense coherency. We sense coherence in our lives, in how we behave, and also in how we feel. I think here I think I meant to say thinking. Makes more sense. Here's something most being avoid in their thinking process. We sense coherence in our lives and how we behave and also in how we feel. If our emotions are all over the place, then we don't feel there is coherency. We don't feel there is coherence in our internal world. Word, that's good. Frequent emotional ups and downs beyond our control, driven by others or circumstances, can make us feel miserable. Similarly, when we feel one way, then act another, say we're sad, but we're always forcing a smile, then our internal external coherence feels off. Without a steady state of emotional reality, both internalized and shown externally in the social world, we feel out of center, non congruent. Our mood is our prevailing emotional tone, quality, or attitude. It's our majestic guidance for emotional energy about life. Sparker number 3, find your words and follow through. Living from the intention that your word in the world is significant. Other beings might be inspired to go forward by their sense of fairness, stability, and serenity. Great starting point to improve our quality of life and a deeper sense of coherence. And a deeper sense of coherence. Beings on this plane, really do correspond base. Beings on the plane really do correspond to the world words based on the words of others. That I'm sure you recognize. Yeah, beings on this plane really do correspond to the world based on the words. Here we're just gonna put the world to the world based on the words of others. That I'm sure you recognize. Words matter. Words can produce pain or inspire greatness. What becomes powerful is observing that over time our words come to reflect who we are, they either hurt or help the world. Yeah, both can be good there too. Coherence isn't just in doing what we say we'll do, but in doing what we know we should do from start to achievement. The drive for caring. I know that this life is a one-time deal. If therefore there may be any kindness I can show, any serenity I can grow, or any good purposeful deed I can do for any fellow being, let me do it now, neither deferring or neglecting my duty here. I'm going to repeat this one. As I know that this life is a one time deal, if therefore there may there be any kindness I can show, any serenity I can grow, or any good purposeful deed I can do for any fellow being, let me do it now, neither deferring or neglecting my duty here. The ability to care and be cared for is a human strength. Caring permits us to be nurtured as children. Caring guides us to manifest love, empathy, kindness, forgiveness, and altruism with others as we mature. Humans are hardwired to manifest care for others, but some of us have been cut off from our emotions and mental functioning in a way that blocks or prevents us from giving care. Parker number 1, care for your being. Before we can accept care from others or give it freely to them, we must be coherent with our own internal drive by first caring for our being. Your brain, your body are desperately yearning to end nonsensical ways, would rather grow than you are caring for them, would rather know that you are caring for them. Sparker 2, be more open and light-hearted and permit others to care for you. You are a sentient being of Mama Earth. That alone makes you worthy of care and love. If your guard is up, put it down. Being vulnerable, asking for help, accepting others in our circle of influence requires openness. Be bold, open yourself once again to care and accept support from others. Sparker number three, be more present, observant, invested, and attentive to others. If we can care for our being, accept others to care for us. Our progress stems from manifesting greater care in the world. Being present leads us to be curious and give attention to others. Curiosity is really great for relationships. Next, the drive for communication. Sparker number one, envision and nurture your ideal relationship. If relationships have a big effect on your level of joyousness, then the effects of your intimate relationships are a catalyzer for our state of being. An area that might influence your life satisfaction could be your relationship with your spouse or significant other does. When you rise with love, rise in love. No, you rise in love. When you rise in love, you feel a deep emotional and spiritual article communication with beings that you're supposed to be with in this moment. Article love. Yeah. The struggle to form truer, deeper, and more empowering relationship is worth it. If you fail to forge significant interrelation in life, then what's life's purpose? Feeling joyfully energized is one thing, but able to share that energized enthusiasm with others you deeply care about and adore is the real stairway to heaven of a fully charged life. It's important to begin with the outcome in mind in your relationships and to be clear in what you choose to bring into reality. This can lead to profoundly powerful results if taken seriously. There are two ways to deepen the vibe you have with beings in your life. One is by divine intervention as you're brought closer by tragedy or fate. The other way is by design. And one willingness to do the hard work of clarifying and sharing what you select to be inspiring. On top, be willing to listen. You'll find that all your interactions mature insurance of healthy lifelong relationships. Sparker 2 practice positive projection. One of the mightiest of all social truths. You reap what you sow. In projecting positive traits onto others, you will notice that positive traits more often. The challenge is too many of us are too guarded and cynical. So the 3 pound anticipation machine in our skulls start looking for trouble. People's fault become the focus of our social scanning. Over time, we stop seeing people's strengths and see only their weakness or behaviors that could bother or hurt us. Viewing the world with a negative lens has more tragic consequences than you could possibly fathom. Carrying the laser beam of optimism into your social relationships might be the best thing you could ever do to start feeling fresh and present for humanity. One powerful result of positive projection, you stop perceiving others as obstacles or competitors. Instead, perceive them as teammates or valued opponents on the road of life. Be the cheerleader, not the cynic. Coupled together, your intention to positively project onto others and also praise them more than complain should change your relationships for the best. We'll finish with this one here, this drive, and we'll come back later. Sparker number three: find and nurture growth interactions. By default, we have family, acquaintance, coworkers, and peers whom are trust into our lives. We cannot always choose these beings. Good news. Boom. We can choose two things: how much time is spent with them, the level of energy deployed seeking to grow the circle, and quality of such relationships. The old adage is true. You can't choose your family, yet one is able to choose companions. Start surrounding yourself with great uplifting beings who help you evoluting your life, evolve you, help you evolve in life. The level of energy and potential you know life offers. Our purpose should be to cognitively, emotionally involve towards a clearer, more present, and bright state of being. That's well said. So our purpose should be to cognitively, emotionally involve towards a clearer, more present, and bright state of being. Yeah, 5 hour drives after. So we'll keep going later on, a little later on, and I wish you all a great day and a magnificent vibe. Yeah, it is snowing right now. It doesn't. I don't know if it's gonna be super bad, but we will see. We are stationary today, so it doesn't really bother me. So have a great day, wonderful day, magnificent day. Rise and shine, and I will see you again later on. See ya.